Hello everyone, this is Siddharth Mehta, mentor at Career Launcher, and I have with me Navya Nair. Navya has secured All India rank 6 in the CLAT exam, and this comes after her wonderful performance in the AILET exam, in which she secured All India rank 38. So we are here to listen from Navya that what motivated her in this journey of CLAT preparation, and let us hear from Navya. So Navya, welcome once again and congratulations once again. This is
Thank you
remarkable.
so much, sir.
So are you able to digest all these things happening so quickly within the span of 3 4 days?
No, sir. I think Air 38 I was still able to digest, but Air 6 it has not fully registered as of now.
I think when we were taking the interview for AIR 38, the AILET one, we discussed that you can better your rank, and that has
Yes,
happened.
sir.
Right.
Yes,
So
sir.
this year, I mean, both the exams were a bit of surprise. And the CLAT exam, students found it difficult, and it is evident from the scores also. The cutoffs have dropped significantly by 6 7 marks at least, if not significantly. So, how did you tackle the paper pattern when you saw the pattern was same, but how did you tackle those 2 hours inside the exam hall?
So first, the biggest shock was that we were not allowed to open anything before 2 p.m. So even the OMR
Right.
sheet we could not fill before 2 p.m. And that was, I think, because filling your roll number and your admit card number, that is probably the most important thing. If there's any mistake in that, you're almost automatically out of the exam. So I think more than filling any answer, most important is to get your admit card number correct. And that then the invigilator saying that you cannot open before 2 p.m. when we have never practiced that. I think that was for me the biggest surprise that we all actually had at least 3 or 4 minutes less than what we thought we actually had. I actually took 5 minutes because someone in my family made the mistake of filling their admit card number wrong, and then they were not able to clear the exam because of that. So what I did, I definitely made sure that everything was correct, and I took good 5 minutes on that, just filling the admit card and the name correctly. But other than that, the paper pattern, so I don't think there was much of a change in the pattern. Of course, GK was of course tough. Maths was also a little bit on the tougher side. But as someone who does not really, nah, I'm not very good at maths. Maths would have been tough for me either ways. So I went with the mindset that maths is going to be tough. So I don't think I was very shocked by that.
So few things to understand here. You are saying that your maths is not good.
Yes,
First and foremost, how many questions did you attempt in the CLAT exam?
131.
131. And your score is 109. So that
Yes, sir.
means you must have got around 113, 14 right, only
Yes, sir.
16 wrong,
Yes,
something
sir.
of that sort. And what is your score in maths?
7.
My goodness. So this is for everyone to. I mean, this year the maths part, the quantitative part was very difficult. Navya is saying that her maths is not good, and despite that, she has scored 7 marks. So let us start with maths only, right? That how did you prepare yourself? So you are saying that you are not good at it. This was difficult, and 7 is definitely a top 10 percentile marks in this class, right? So how did you prepare for your maths?
So maths actually I left in 10th standard. 11th, 12th I have not studied a single bit of maths, but I had to do it for CLAT. So I stopped practicing maths in the middle for AILET preparation. But then last week I think I did my most rigorous maths practice. Every day I would do a different topic which I think is difficult for me. So to of course you have to practice maths every day, which I was doing before that. So everyday practice is very important for maths to keep your concepts straight. Even like mensuration, you need to remember all the formulas, and then time, speed, distance, and then I did time and work. These were the most problematic areas for me where I was losing marks in my mocks. So I think what I analyzed first is what are the areas in math where I'm able to easily get marks. And I think that was definitely data interpretation had been quite easy for me, which I think would be for everyone. It's quite easy to analyze those bar graphs, any charts, we can do that. But when it comes to time, speed, distance, if we're not good with that, or time and work was very confusing for me. Sometimes I have seen in mocks when passages used to come on time, speed, distance, I would not get even more than maybe 2-3 marks would be a good score for me in that passage. But then I knew I have to improve the situation. So that's what mainly I worked on. So I first saw which parts is my weakness in maths, what I have to concentrate on, and then I worked on that the most.
So when you say you worked on that most, what were the sources? I mean, the questions that you practiced.
So mostly I did the online material that CL had provided, we which was already done in the classes, but I revised that instead, and I did multiple topic tests of those areas. Just I used to just open the topic test and finish one, and then keep going like that in the flow.
Right. Right. To the those who are watching this video, let me tell you, Navya is humanities student, right? And when she said that she has not taken up maths after class 10th because she is a humanities student, and lot many students simply run away from maths. Of course, this year maths was difficult in the CLAT exam, but lot many students simply run away. At least what Navya is saying is that if you can practice it daily, it is not that difficult. Even in a situation where all of us are saying that this year it was much difficult than what we have seen in the CLAT exam.
Yes.
Navya, let us now talk about, we have talked about your weakness. Let us talk about your strong part. What do you think is your strongest part in the CLAT exam, which helped you during your preparation, which kept you going during the preparation?
So I would have thought that it was English, but this time I think my English section has been the weakest. And actually,
Okay.
it has been my weakness that has given me the most marks, like logical reasoning and math section. They are the ones which have given me the most marks, which was those were the ones I used to dread every time, that, oh, my marks will suddenly fall because of this section. So I think now I'm very confused about what is my strength and weakness. But yes, I think English was the one which used to always give me confidence, so I always attempted English section before all the others, because English used to
Okay.
give me a boost of confidence ki, oh, I know this paper, it's okay. Because even the
Okay.
difficult papers in English, I used to not find that tough. So English, my marks even with a difficult paper would more or less remain constant. So that's what I decided, attempt English first, because then you will have some confidence to attempt the other sections.
So not many students and in the CLAT exam we have seen that there are quite a few vocab questions based on vocab, and the students don't do vocab that much. So how did you prepare for your vocab? Is anything special that you did, or it simply was reading and
Sir,
things
I
happened?
did so much preparation for vocab in the last 2 months. So we have one career launchers book on vocabulary. So the it's like a dictionary almost. So my teacher had encouraged us to go to vocabulary.com. So what I did is I made my own list of all the words I did not know. So you just in vocabulary.com you can make your own list. You just need to put in the words, and they'll give their
Okay.
own definition, and they give many different types of questions. So not just key, not just antonyms, synonyms, not just that, even how to use it in a sentence, even how to use it as a part of speech, all of that. I think that I did daily practice of almost 1 hour vocabulary for the last 2 months. And
My goodness.
so that would have definitely helped.
See, to those who are watching this video, we are talking about the areas which are neglected by the students. Quant, vocab, and if you're good in vocab, you can solve those 6 questions in 6 seconds without reading the passage. In fact, so Navya has devoted a lot of time in vocab, 1 hour every day for last 2 months in a topic like vocab, where it is like an ocean. You are never sure that you are good at it, right? Navya, this paper is about reading. So logical reasoning, be it legal, be it English, each section requires you to read a lot. So anything is specific that you did to build your reading skills and speed?
So I never had a problem with reading speed, because I was always able to complete the paper. But that's not the case for many people who give the paper for the first time. Like in the first mocks, many people are not able to complete the paper. But what I would recommend to anyone is to especially if you're weak in logical reasoning section, I think newspaper editorials have really helped me, not just reading it but reading it to analyze it, like what are they actually saying, what does the author want to convey, what is their main idea, like you also keep saying what is the author's main idea, that is what we have to analyze first. So yes, that is what I think would help people to improve their reading speed and also try to get better marks in logical and English section.
Right. How did you work on your logical reasoning?
So, so I have worked quite a lot on my logical reasoning section. So as I said in AILET also, my marks in logical reasoning have been really, really bad. I think I have received one of the worst marks in logical reasoning in the past. 6 and 7 also marks I have got. But definitely there was a big jump. So I had taken the CR Nuggets program, and for AILET, actually, I'm sure Sir has helped me get at least 1 mark, because Sir has taught about inductive and deductive reasoning also, which is one question that definitely came in AILET, and I got that question correct. So yes, definitely, I know I've got 1 mark exactly from there. Of course, it really helped me increase my marks in total also. So I would definitely recommend that. Like, even analyzing your mocks is great, but if you don't know how to do that, please listen to your teachers. And if you need extra help for logical reasoning, it might really change your rank. So you should definitely try to take something like that.
Right. So we were talking. I just that word came to my mind, ocean for vocab. There is another ocean in the CLAT exam, which is general knowledge, which nobody is ever able to measure. Past 3 years, they have bamboozled with their general knowledge. They have bamboozled every student. This year also, it was by far the most difficult area. So, but nevertheless, still you have to prepare. You simply cannot go unprepared, saying they will ask whatever they want to ask.
Yeah.
How did you prepare for GK, and how did you tackle the unexpected part in the exam?
So I think I got quite decent marks in GK. I got around 18 to 20, in that range I got. So my marks were more on the decent side. But what I did is might not be advisable for everyone, but I had started my preparation early. So of course, you start early, then you have more time to revise. You have more time to seek out more sources. But if someone starts late, then they have to only stick to the basics. I think people watching this, if they start early, they will have more time to seek out more information. And I think what we have to learn is that what seems important to us may not be important to them. I think all of us were in at least 2 3 passages we could not have expected in GK. So what I would say is, of course, read the entire newspaper, because many of the passages, especially the FIFA passage, it was in the newspaper. If you were reading it consistently, I always read all the pages of the newspaper. I know that yes, the regional page might not be as important, but world news, their explanations, their editorials, politics, sports, all of that is quite important. And we cannot just say that CLAT will not ask it. We should just read the editorial. So I always read the newspaper. I did all the monthans, even the monthly ones and the weekly ones. I did all of them, and revision from that also. And I made my own GK notes. I have this entire book full of GK notes.
My goodness, can you just open and show it to me?
So 1 second, sir. This is the incorrect book. I don't think I have kept it now anymore. My GK
No
notes
issues,
book.
no issues, no
That
issues.
is,
But then the important thing to know is that everything is structured and noted. So now the last section that we need to discuss is the legal section. And there was no contracts, no torts, and throughout the year you must have devoted large part of your time to these particular topics. How did you prepare for legal other than the what is being taught in the class?
sir, legal. I did not actually think I needed to prepare anything extra, because I was always getting above 32, 33 marks in legal. So legal, I've always felt I don't need to do anything extra to prepare. But what I would say is ki, even as our teachers tell us, everything that we need to know is in the paragraph. So as long as you read the paragraph, you will be able to solve the questions if you read it very thoroughly. So even though of course some earlier practice is very necessary, we, if a paper comes like this, we cannot be quite sad that, oh, what I learned did not come. We just have to attempt what is given to us. And I think what really helped me is, in the previous two sample papers, I thought legal and logical was very easy. So I went in with the the thought process that legal and logical this time also would be very easy. And of course, I was not overconfident. You should never be overconfident, then you will get negative marking. But went in with this confidence that it will be easy for me. So I think because of that, I was definitely able to attempt more also, and I was able to attempt more confidently. I was able to get into that space where I had more trust in myself, that I've read the passage, I'll be able to solve them. So I think that is also important. Not overconfidence, but having a little bit of confidence in your own abilities.
Okay. So I remember that we talked about mocks in the previous interview that I had with you, and you have taken almost all the mocks of Career Launcher. If I remember, more than 40 plus mocks.
Yes, I've actually attempted all the mocks. AILET, I did not do two, but everything else I attempted. From the warm up mocks to the prime mocks to the countdown, everything.
All right. If you have to pick out two, three things that you feel made the difference in your case in the academic preparation that we have talked about, what will be those two, three things?
So I think the focus that I put on GK, definitely that was something that not many people would have done. I was studying GK throughout the day. Everything was just GK, GK, GK. Like Jijo sir had a class with us. He had also told us that you should be eating GK, you should be sleeping GK, you should be sitting GK. So yes, that is also true. GK did definitely make a difference. So the GK practice is very important, and maths as well. I think the practice that I gave to maths was definitely did help me in the final. And I think picking out the questions as well on the final day, going in with the attitude that it's all right. It is, I felt that it is just one more mock now. It is like a mock that I'm giving at a center, that this is just, I have to give it my best, I have to give it my best shot, but I did not go in with any such stress that this is, oh, this is a life or death situation or something like that. And what I did even in the math section is that I picked out my attempts. So don't go in with the consideration that we have to attempt everything, we have to attempt as much as possible. We should, sir has said, attempt in the 120, so I have to get 120s. It is different for everyone, it depends on your accuracy also. So I went into the math section thinking that I will attempt what I know. I just skimmed through the questions. I found what I know, and I what I knew, and I attempted them. So definitely that would have helped me, because I didn't waste any time on maths to try questions which I knew I would not be able to solve. So I think that would also be important, to save your time and work smart and not hard in the paper when you only have 2 hours.
Right. So, but what if I have to summarize it in one line to those who are watching the academic preparation part for Navya, I will say it is strict adherence to the process. So she has
Yes.
decided if she wants to do this, she will do this. Right. And other important thing that she spoke 2 or 3 times, listen to your teachers. Right. So I'm not trying to say that listen to whatever we are speaking, but then you need to consider that whatever your teachers or mentors anywhere you are listening this, they are saying it has some relevance. So I
Yes.
see a lot many people simply run for this telegram group and that telegram group, and everybody tries to give them the advice, and they try to follow the advice of the people, those who don't know, and in the end they make a good khichdi out of it. So, Navya, we have talked about the academic preparation, but I will also like to talk about one very, very important aspect, that is mental preparation. And I have seen every year very, very deserving student, they are not able to do well in the exam because they somehow are not prepared mentally to, tackle the unexpected part. So, in your preparation, was there any part in the journey where you felt that you won't be able to crack this exam?
Yes, sir. Every day before the actual result came out, definitely I don't have much self assured confidence. So I thought that, oh, I'm going to give it my best shot, but I didn't think I would be able to go to, like, get get Bangalore. I didn't think that was going to be happening. But I think what is the most important part is, this is not like any other exam for us. It is not like boards. There is no fixed syllabus that we can ever cover. So I think because of that, for me, there was no last minute pressure, because I knew I have covered as much as I can. I was assured that I gave it my best shot. that I have prepared as much as I can. I cannot fit more information into my brain now. My brain was just it was saying that this is over, let's just go give the exam. I think I was so self assured, I was quite self assured in my preparation that I have given it the best I could over these past 2 years. I have worked my hardest, and could not have prepared more. So I was sure about that. So I went in saying that I've given my best. Now what happens is not up to me, because it is an unexpected paper. It is not a board exam that we know this is the fixed syllabus from which our questions will come. So I think that's what kept me a little bit actually more confident. The unexpected part kept me a little more confident that I knew I have given my best. Now what comes in the paper is not up to me.
Excellent, excellent. So see everything what Navya is talking. It's a journey. It's a story. It's a real story which she has lived. If you follow your processes diligently, if you set the target and you follow your processes, not worrying about the marks only, but the process is the most important part, then at the end you start believing that you have given your best. And on the day of the exam, trust me, every teacher, every parent simply wants to listen one thing from the child before the exam, and that is, I have given my best, now I don't know. So nobody expects rank then. It's only what you believe in yourself, and everything falls in line. So this is for everyone who is watching this. Follow the process and have the self belief that you have done your best. Then whatever happens, it happens. I mean, the result not necessarily will always be in your favor. Navya, anything else that you will like to say? Any feedback for career launcher? It can be positive or negative feedback also. When I am saying feedback, you are open to give the feedback, right? Anything that you feel that we did well, and anything that you feel that we could have done better.
So I did my online classes. I've never really gone to a center other than for giving open marks, which I did in the colleges. Also, we had some open marks, but uh, I did my online classes. My teachers were amazing. They taught me so well. We covered all our syllabus, and we had so much time for revision. Also, we had GK classes weekly. I think I would not have any negative feedback, because of what my teachers taught me only I was able to actually crack the exam for sure. I could not have done it alone. I would not have actually when I talked to people before, some people who had given CLAT, they were able to do it alone, but I don't think I could have ever done that. Some people, my seniors, had cracked CLAT without any coaching, but I needed that extra help. So I don't, it is definitely up to the student what they want to do, but my teachers definitely helped me. They taught me the basic concept which I wasn't able to understand in logical reasoning. It was their teaching that helped me in maths, also giving the special formulas, little tips and tricks on how to calculate faster. Definitely. I could not give negative feedback to my teachers. They have helped me so much.
I'm not saying by negative feedback, I'm not saying that. Say, I mean, what I meant is that any scope of improvement, if you feel that maybe this could have been better, that's all. But if you have none, then I will not like to put words into your mouth. I take it. Right, right. So thank you very much, Navya, and really enjoy your success, celebrate every
Thank
moment.
you.
And I am 100% sure that you will do wonders in the class 12th boards also. Do let
Thank you,
us
sir.
know in your boards whatever you have achieved. We wish that you achieve high 98, 99, whatever you are aiming for in your boards. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.